Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and today we are finally releasing a new track using Loopy Pro. But first, to kick off, this week's featured artist is the amazing Glenn Clark, and this is 1665.
Saw the comet trail in winter. We wondered what the omen meant. And come the summer, we saw people start to fall. There was nothing we could do. Ooh. House to house in isolation. Red crosses painted on the doors. And come the morning, you won't know who'll be outside. So we just wave and then withdraw. Oh. Cobbled streets are decomposing. We watch the well-to-do escape. Ask your mother if you can come out to play. But we're locked in for 40 days. The candles burning. I saw her white cane by the corpse. We couldn't pay her to report a different truth. Now there's a red cross on our door. Have mercy on us. driver of a dead car calls for me. You'll be alone, but it's okay. No more red crossing.
Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. When I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen.
Unfreaking believable. Always gets me that song. It's Glenn Clark. He's incredible. So there you go. Welcome to the show. Here's this week's featured artist. So if you have not heard of Glenn Clark before, stick around. Click the link that's pinned to the top of the chat. I will be playing 4 of his songs this week, and they're all absolute bangers. What makes Glenn so amazing, not only does he make all of his songs in GarageBand, but his video clips are just amazing. All of his video clips are amazing, and what he does with instrumentation and concepts and stuff like that is really incredible. I'll be picking 4 of the best of them, and look, all of his songs are great. So yes, click the link. Hello, welcome to How to App on iOS. This is the last episode in Season 8. Season 8's been a long one. What do we do here on How to App on iOS? Look at apps, create music, talk about mental health and well-being, interview amazing creative types, and on the weekend, I might do a live performance or two. And coming as of tomorrow will be a new part of How to App on iOS in Season 9 called the Daily Digest. It is kicking off tomorrow. Lots of changes, lots of work, good stuff. I'm super excited. But today, we're going to be focusing on this song I've been working on using Loopy Pro, the amazing Loopy Pro. So let's have a look at some Pro. Before we do that, we better check who's here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hello to Ed B. Metal, Adam Burst, Gregory Sullivan. I hope Sullivan. I hope all 3 of you are doing well. Hello, Vogon, Thomas Christ, Stephen Hewitt. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you guys. Who else do I see? Gary Hubbs. Can't stay long. Here for the masterclass of Glenn Clark. Absolutely, it is a masterclass every time he releases something. Timothy, hello to you. Hello, Russ. What's going on, mate? Good to see you. Long time no see. Have I got most people? I think so. Marquee Effects, hello to you. You're very sullen. Conspiracy Media, hello to you as well. Alrighty, so let's have a look and see if there's any price drops on the App Store, anything like that. Boom, let's get over there. There are some apps on sale. Different Drummer, all of VA Drummer, Channel Strip, TFX Echo, TFX Mod, Audio Reverb. These are all made by the same producer, developer. They're all price drops there, you can see. So some are a bit more substantial than others, couple of dollars, $1 there. The Versin stuff, there's a bunch of that. Matrix Vocoder, which I've done on the show. CubeSynth Pro, which I've looked at on the show. You can go back and look at those. They're both really cool apps. Look like they're half price. That's nice. AdStation is half price as well. BeatHawk is on sale for half price as well. Definitely done a video on BeatHawk. Absolutely worth your time. Ravenscroft Piano is half price as well. Another fantastic piano app. If you've had your eye on it for a while, there you go. It is on sale right now. Is there anything else in here? ToneStack Pro is still on sale for $2.99. Interestingly enough, I used ToneStack Pro on the song I'm about to release today. Happy days. I'll go into that. Some Bliss apps are still on sale, so yeah. The link, look, Pure Piano is on sale as well for the same price as as Ravenscroft. So you've got a choice of both of the best pianos on iOS at the moment, both at half price. Absolutely worth your time. Okay, so Loopy Pro. This is episode 7 of a week-long, it was meant to be a week-long series, producing a song using Loopy Pro for the first time. And it has gone 7 days, but not 7 days in succession. Why is that? Well, because things happen, and my voice was not doing so well for a few weeks there. So I had to take a step away from this for a bit, and it's okay. You can do that. It is okay. If things aren't working, take a step back. Say that all the time on this channel. And I think it worked out for the best. It definitely worked out for the best because I was able to come back with fresh ears and take a look at this. Last couple of shows last week, we got closer to everything. And on the weekend, I mixed this down. And then on my Patreon show, I mastered it with all the patrons. And if you'd like to become a patron, you can become a patron right there. There it is at patreon.com/Jade Starr. We had a new patron join this weekend, which was Lou Reality. Awesome stuff. So shall we dig in and open up Loopy Pro and have a squiz at what went down? So this is the project. This is Loopy Pro. If you're not familiar with it, I've done a very deep tutorial on Loopy Pro. So in a nutshell, these little donuts here you can record loops into, and you can color code them. You have a mixing bay down here, which you can add effects in there and control every level here. It coincides with a color, as you can see. So this color lines up with all the blue donuts, and that's how you do your mixing. Plus, you have the added excellent coolness of having a sequencer, much like a door. And you can just touch anywhere you like with your finger, like so, and add things in. Now I can delete that. So you can add the loops in, and if you much prefer using like a door instead of like the other option, you can do it this way. So it's very, 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 very versatile. And I'm not going to shit around the bush. There's so much to this app that it did take me a fair while to get my head around it, because I'm not really somebody who's ever used looping. So like anything, you know, you've got to learn this stuff. So, and I said on the Patreon yesterday, would I do things different? Absolutely. I would do things very different next time. Has it turned out better than what I expected? Absolutely. I really thought it was going to turn out total dog shit, but it hasn't. So let's have a quick look at some of the instruments that I used in here. So basically, you add your tracks. You can add your tracks to create, your instruments and such. The drums were created using what was it done with DigiSticks 2, and it was just one of the acoustic kits that was in there. So let's just make sure the volume's not too loud, so we can go through some individual tracks. So the drums were made using DigiSticks 2. The percussion that you hear in there was with Borster by Clevgrand, which came out last week. So you can see I currently have the drum track soloed. Then we used, I do believe it was Ravenscroft for the piano. I can't remember now. That's terrible. And there's been a lot of panning done. If you're listening in headphones, you'll hear there's 2 sets of pianos that are split left and right. Hello, Lily Pillies. Then we have iSymphonic, was all the synth sounds were used with iSymphonic, or the strings, on track 3. Then we had this thing here, which I do believe, I can't remember what was used for this. That's really smart of me. Then I played actual bass. So this is me playing bass for this track. This is where we use Tone Stack Pro. So Tone Stack Pro for all the heavy guitars. And you'll notice too, in these effects here, these effect slots, you'll see a lot of eventides. These are all black holes. So there's black hole. But you'll notice when you have a look at them, let's just stop this. Turn that down. You'll notice with the black holes, see how one of them has E, B, C, D. You can actually add an effect. It's really cool. You can add an effect up here. And if you've added one previously, it gives it a letter so you can reuse the same AUV3 that you've used to save on using up resources. Very clever stuff. So that's the guitar track. We've got vocal tracks here. Maybe. There. Here they are. This is the chorus. There's 5 vocals. Cruelty without a say. Endless cruelty. All split. All these are split out, panned very wide with 2 middle tracks. Cruelty is the price we pay. So let's stop that. We'll go back to our sequence here. We'll start off with some vocals so you can hear the verse vocals, which I do believe are here. God is on our hands. A lot of reverb throughout all of this song. The need to feed our tasty man. So I'll jump over to the middle section, which is quite the crazy bit of the song. This is spread over 2 tracks, and it's this one here, if I can find it. It's this one. So in here, there's a bunch of bass stuff using factory. There's a whole lot of instruments in here. That noise on this side is a cow crying. And then we have all these crazy sounds. Again, there's a lot of panning throughout this whole song. So they're all the components that make up the actual music. We can stop this now. Let's get unsolo that. Right. So then this was mixed down. Let's go back to the start just so you can hear it. This is the actual final mix. I'll play up to the chorus, then we'll go to mastering. there's so much reverb on that. This song is ridiculous. All right, let's go back to our loop section here, and we can close out of this now. We don't need it anymore. Let's get rid of that. So once we got a mix down of it, I think if I can find it, it was wasn't that one? It was this one. There, no. This was the mix down. Oh, what was it putting on the tracks? Well, yeah, glad you asked that, because it's not much. You can see, now it's probably hard to see if I zoom in. See up here? Look at that. 2%, 4%. It's bouncing between 2 and 4%. Even when I hit play, it gets up to what? 29%, 30%. So not too much, yeah? For all that stuff, there's a lot of stuff in there. There you go. I'm glad to answer that Vogon, who asked in the chat how much it was taking up. But I need to remove it from here because I want to make sure I've got as much resources available for what's happening next. So the mix down, here was the mix down. And I will go through my logic between, because I use Lurson's mastering to master everything on iOS. And what, from over the years now I've been using it and mastering people's songs over on the Patreon, what I do realize when you're using distorted guitars for stuff, it's always best to try and keep the drums up loud and pull the guitars down. So because when you master, the guitars seem to really get boosted and they can kind of swallow the drums. So I like to keep this is the mix here. And you can see now, I know people tell you not to mix with your eyes, but you kind of sort of do and don't. You know, you want to look at a WAV file and go, you can see sometimes that something looks fucked and you shouldn't be using it. You know, if this was all just a solid line square across the top, clearly that's fucked. But you can see here, just looking at this, so here's the opening of the track with no vocals. Vocals come in and it gets a little bit louder, and then your chorus has that oomph, you know, because you want a chorus to hit you and you want it to be in your face and to build up to that moment. And then we drop down again and it builds back up. Our middle section here sits nicely between two choruses. And then we have this extended period here, which I decided that I wanted to fade out. So half of this gets removed, and I can show you that. Where are we? Here it is. Is that the one? So I actually mastered it first and then trimmed out a lot. So as you can see, there's the difference. This is the master with all this extra stuff, all this extra guff here. And I actually halved that down to take it out. And I wanted a really long fade, which I'll show you why shortly. So how did I master it? This is the master. Let's get out of there and open up Lurson's and go into that, because I think I still have the file in here. And I think it is, man, which one is it? What was it called? Relentless Cruelty 5 bracket 1. There's been a lot of these, trust me. So here it is. There's the file. And pretty much I kept everything at 0 dB. So I'm not pushing any input. I'm not trying to pump up the volume. The track was recorded in 48 kilohertz, 24-bit, which says up here. I haven't used any push on this at all. So what push is here in Lurson's, along the bottom here, you have an EQ. And when you choose a preset, we'll show you this on something else so I don't mess with this too much. When you have a preset, these are your presets in Lurson's, and Lurson's is amazing because there's a great documentary. If you go and watch my review of Lurson's, you'll see exactly how it all works. It's very fascinating. It's built on a real life studio desk, a mastering console, the Lurson's mastering console, and they have all these algorithms in here. And when you'll notice, watch these knobs down here. When I change algorithms, less glue. Oh, maybe that didn't work good. We'll change this jazz. You'll see just these two just moved up. So all these algorithms are set to do different things. So if we try something else, like a hip hop, now these have gone down. And what this push does, this push controls all of them at once. So it's really good. You can set your, deja vu Mars. Absolutely. You also have a very, very cool thing here to check your mono and stereo so you can hear if there's any phasing going on. The only other buttons in here are pretty much the threshold for the de-esser and compressor. But pretty much with Lursons, you can just click and forget because it's such a quality product. So I kept these at 0. And all I really did was add some glue to this. Yes, which is some compression and a de-esser. So that's really all it is that I added. And that is how, if you have a listen to the difference, let's hit play. We'll turn this off. See what I said about the guitar coming up and getting much brighter? Much, much brighter, yeah? So it really hugs the rest of the drums so much more. I'll show you that. We'll do that one more time for those that are listening at home. And we'll check out the mono. So there's our mono. And then basically you just send this off to be mastered and it's done. So that was the process there, but weren't finished there because there's much more to do. So from there, I actually had to add an intro, and I found some sounds of some cows, some farm animals in a field, because this song is about the meat industry pretty much, and the brutality that goes on in it, yeah, that we don't see, and it is happening every day, like, you know, calves being ripped from cows, from mothers, battery hens, all this kind of stuff, the way they slice pigs' throats, put them in these machines that spin them around and just slice them up while they're alive. It's really brutal stuff. So that's what this song is actually about. So what I wanted to do was add an intro and add an outro to this. So the next step, and here is the mastered track here. So nice. So everything sounds really full now. I'm really happy with it. So how did I add the intro to this? Well, this is where I say on the show, folks, don't be afraid to use other doors. A door is a door is a door is a door. And some doors do things better than other doors. And I have most doors. So for this one in particular, I used Audio Pro. Why did I use Audio Pro? Well, if I use GarageBand to do this, it's going to add auto normalization. And I don't want GarageBand to stick their grubby little fingers on my project and add any more auto normalization. I don't want it. I have my own methods. I'm skilled enough. So, opened up Audio Pro, created a brand new project with 4 tracks. Now, it was 3 yesterday on the Patreon, but somebody suggested something which was not a box, that I should add a reverse symbol at the start. So I did that. Hello, Sai. It's always effing good to see you. Hello, The Falcro. Good to see you too. So here is my Audio Pro project. I've added 4 tracks here. You don't need to worry about these. These are buses. So you get 8 sub buses with Audio Pro. Audio Pro is amazing. If you haven't seen my shows on it, go back. There is a playlist. And I created this project. Here is the project. So it's 4 tracks. I have the song up here. Here's the mastered track. I added this yesterday. This is a reverse symbol in here. I added the intro on another track. And then I added the outro, if we can scroll to it. So the idea of the outro was to fade in as the song was fading out. So I'll show you. Let's have a look at these. Here is the intro and the reverse symbol leading into the song. Maybe. So there's our reverse symbol going in and the intro and the outro here. I'll just solo the outro so you can hear what is happening. Now this is a recording of a pig being slaughtered. And then it was put through the app Space Fields. This is the outro. You can even hear the chains. It is. It is still brutal. You can hear that pig in there. I tried to milk it down a bit, so let's take it off solo. Now you'll hear the fade out of the music and that coming in as the song's fading out. Cool. So that is how I achieved that. There are the volumes. So you can see here's the first track. Left at 0 because I don't want to turn it up. It's already been mastered, remember? I don't want to like touch that. So when I do a mix down, it stays exactly the same level, yeah? And I can bring these down, control these around it. So we've got the reverse symbol here, which is a bit lower. And then we've got these animal sound effects. And here's our master at the end. So all I really needed to do from here was go here, hit mix down, and that mixes down the song. Let's cancel that. So that is the process, and that left us with this. So there is our track with our intro, reverse symbol and everything. And we're good. There we go. So the next thing was to, and we did this on the Patreon yesterday, was to create some artwork. And I created the artwork using GoDaddy Studio, which I use for pretty much everything. As you'll see by my saved projects, here's where everything is. You know, I use this for virtually everything I do. All my thumbnails, every single thing. And here is the artwork. There you go. Quite fitting, I think. Got the logo, which I used on the previous Kindercore single. And I found this really good font that was in my fonts on here, which has a barcode, which I thought was really, really fitting because, you know, the animals getting barcoded and branded. And we had an option of photos. So the first one I selected was this one. It's already turned up. Let's remove this. That was the first one that I picked up straight away, which is pretty full on. Yeah. But I think going with the pigs is a little bit more tasteful, if there's anything tasteful about it. Well, really, let's think about it. The food industry is not very tasteful. So the other things that have been added to this, just so you know, the layers. So to make these logos stand out within the art, I normally duplicate and make 3 versions of them. So they pile on top of each other and they kind of get thicker. Then I've got this little blood splatter thing here, which is underneath the text. And that's pretty much it. It's just art, the Kindercore, and so that's it. And then it was actually opened in another app where I put a black border around the outside of it. So let's close this. I need to discard changes. And the finished product turned out like this. There it is in all its glory. So it does have a black border around it just to frame it. And that is the artwork. And we are good to go to begin our uploading thing. And I hope it gets through DistroKid. Speaking of which... DistroKid! Have I told you about DistroKid? They're really awesome. The best people to go through to release music. And they send me all this wonderful swag because they are sponsors of the show. And there always is a link in the description if you would like to sign up to DistroKid. And if you use my link, my VIP link, you get 7% off your first year at $19.99. You can release unlimited music at your leisure. Thank you very much, Thomas, for doing that in the chat, putting up the boom. There it is. And they're not sponsoring today's show, but, they sponsor my interviews and they're a fantastic company. So support them. They're awesome. So, but here's where we get to the fun bit. And I know many of you are excited to know if this is going to work. So am I. Now we're going to try something today. We are going to try and upload this song to DistroKid via my iPad, via this thing here. Because most of you, if you've ever tried to do it before, you know that it doesn't work. They don't allow you to upload songs from a iOS device. You have to do it from a browser. Now, if I can't get it to work, it's okay because over here we have on my laptop, we have it all ready to go. So we'll give it a go over there. That's going to be the last. We know it's going to work over there. But we're going to try and give it a go using the iPad. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I have got this to work before. I uploaded 2 FMC songs and it worked. But it was complicated. And I had to try a whole bunch of ways to do it. And you can't use the Safari app on your iPad. So don't even consider that. The way to do it, the way I did it, was to use a fantastic app which I have reviewed in the past called Icab Mobile. It is a mobile, it is a browser app that replicates a desktop scenario. And the way it does that, let me show you here in the settings, is you can go down here to Tools and you can choose the browser ID. You can go in here and you can select like a simulation of all these different browsers. So Firefox, Internet Explorer, you've even got Edge and Opera and Chrome. So you've got Chrome 74 and the Chrome 95 Windows version or Mac. So you're emulating, so it looks like it's coming from a desktop computer. So we're going to try doing it like this, and we're going to try maybe 3 of these and see if one works. We'll try a couple of methods as well, because I've gone in here, and what I've done is I've saved the artwork and the music file in 3 separate places. Why? So here it is on my external hard drive over here. This is my external hard drive. So I've saved the artwork and the song on an external hard drive. I've also saved it on my iPad. There it is there. And I've also saved it in the Documents app I have. Once that loads, there it is there. Because I'm trying to trick it into believing it's coming from a computer. That's where it falls flat on its face. When it tries to add the song, it recognizes it's coming from a device, and that's where it trips over. Shall we dive in? So bear with me. We've got about 20, maybe 25 minutes to try this out. And if it doesn't work, we'll just upload it the normal way. We can only give it a go, yeah? And if it works, I'll be blown away. Alrighty, here we are in my DistroKid account, and I've already got my page set up. So I've already chosen all the stores I want it to go to. It's a single. It hasn't been previously released. I've already chosen the band name Kindercore. And when you do that, because I've already released stuff, it's come up and said, you're all set. This release will appear on your Spotify because I've already released a song with Kindercore and Apple Music, so it's recognized that. Release date, we want it now. Let's just do it now. No pre-order. Ridiculosity Records is my label. So now we're going to try and add the image. And first, I'm going to try and do it from my hard drive, my external hard drive. So there's my Rocket Pro. And where are we? We want date. So there is the artwork. So the artwork's appeared. That's a good sign. And we're using, as I said, this is Chrome version 75 to mimic this. The language is English. The genre, I'm going to choose rock for this. Rock. Or maybe what I will choose, I'll actually choose alternative. Alternative. And we'll do rock for the second one. If you smell what the rock is cooking. There we go. So the song title is Relentless Cruelty. Good stuff. That's selected. Add featured artist to song title. No. Is this a... no, this is the normal version. We need to add the file now. So I'm going to choose the file from my hard drive. Here we are in the Rocket Pro. So it's 102 megabytes. So remember, when you're uploading a song, folks, make sure it's a WAV. Don't upload an M4A or MP3. You're fooling yourself. It's already, you've smashed the quality of it. You want to make sure it's a WAV, highest possible quality, yeah? Dolby, I'm not going to, do I do that? Yes, I have mixed with Atmos. No, I haven't. Songwriter, yes, I wrote the song. I need to put my name in here. Jade, that's a new name. Starr. Good. Explicit lyrics, no. Is this a radio edit? No. Instrumental, this song contains lyrics. I'm not going to worry about the preview. Track price, 99 cents. We are all good. I think everything's good to go. Lucky there's not a lot of information that I need to go back and check. I'm not going to select any of this stuff because I don't need it. And I need to check all these boxes to agree to all the terms. Shall we see if it works? Let's give it a go. Oh, man. Oh, the artwork's working. The artwork's going up, so that's a good thing. Now, you'll know if the track hasn't worked because it'll just go boom really quick. It's uploading, folks. Well, fuck me sideways. Did I tell you about DistroKid? It's actually uploading. You can tell when it doesn't work because it just goes zoom straight to the end. It's happening, bitches. Yeah! Man, this show's going to go a lot shorter than what I thought. All right. So first go. So you're going to want to download this app, folks, now. So thanks, Thomas, for putting the link to the app. There it is, Icab Mobile. It's very worth your time. You can log into things like YouTube on your desktop, all on your iPad. Do things that you normally can't do. Wow. Geez. Russ, are you seeing this, man? Are you seeing this, Russ? Right. We're still not in the clear yet. But this is very exciting. So, as you tell, I used the Chrome 74. The Windows was the particular emulation, and I did it from an external hard drive. Why is that important? Because it's looking for a hard drive like a PC. So if you have something externally plugged in, look at that. It fucking worked. Oh my God. I'm so pumped. Get the hell out of here. I'm not off the hook for Moonworks. For those of you who don't understand what that's about, Russ doesn't have a PC. So when he releases an album, me and him jump on a Skype call or whatever, and I have to upload all of his stuff. I have his login details, and I work for Russ, apparently. So there you go. There it is. It says it's all uploaded. Now, we're still not in the clear. Now let's go to My Music. So there it is. It's saying that it's processing. It's got this little yellow marker here, which means they're currently processing it. We can click on that, and it says artworks processing, songs processing, and we'll hang and see if it, because it shouldn't take too long. Because I have as you can see here, and I'm not gloating or anything. I feel bad about this. I have a priority artist account because they very kindly sponsor my shows. So thank you, DistroKid. I love you. So hopefully this release will be out in about 10 hours or so. Wow, I'm super impressed. What I'm going to do now is just head over to my desktop and hit refresh and see if it's showing up on my desktop. Yes, it's showing up on my desktop. I'll show you that. There it is. So it's showing up there. Jesus. I'm a little bit excited about this. I really didn't expect this to happen. I really thought I was going to sit here and be doing this for like the next 20 minutes and having to delete each version. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time to process. I guess I just have to, hang on. Did I get an email yet? No emails yet. So, yeah, there we go. I'm utterly blown away. Icab Mobile, man. What can I say about Icab Mobile? It actually worked. I know Pete Johns is going to be very excited to see this. Pete, are you watching, Pete? Are you watching? Jesus. Yeah. There you go, Thomas. Yeah, you're on the same wavelength as me. Got to make sure Pete knows about this. Very cool, as Pete would say. Very cool. Very cool. It's full of fucking swearing. But yeah, we'll do a refresh. We'll hit refresh. Still processing. It can take a little bit of time, but even with my priority account, and you'll know when the music's done, because it'll actually come up here with a name that somebody's actually checked it. That's how you can tell if it's actually worked. Do a video to upload it. Yeah, look, that's probably going to be one of the first things I do this week. I've got to do it before Pete. I can't have him beat me. I discovered this. This is mine. I bet he swoops in and does a video before me. Good stuff. Well, I'll just chop up this video, yeah? But that's really cool. I don't know what to say. I'm super blown away. Because, as I said, I've done it before, and it didn't work, and then it did work, and then I never got it to work again. But, yeah, that's really, really cool. So we'll just wait for that to happen. We've still got 10 minutes to hang out, and while we're waiting for that, I'll just jump over here. Let's talk about what's happening on the channel over this week, because after this show, all of this week's shows are going to go live on the channel, so you'll see what's happening for the week ahead. But I can tell you what's coming up, because, as I said at the beginning of the show today, this is the end of season 8, and we are moving to season 9, and there are changes. So let's do this. We are kicking off tomorrow's show, and we're moving into the orange era of our thumbnails. So tomorrow we're diving straight back in with this track, and we're going to start creating the second Kindercore music video using LumaFusion. And I'm going to try a bunch of different techniques to get this going. You'll notice too, with the banners, with the thumbnails each day, there's a new little avatar attached to the banner, and it won't be the same avatar every single day. So I can show you that because the day after we're looking at Aphelion. And look at that. The little avatar will change every day that I've been working on this avatar for ages for this big change. So also after that, we have a really exciting new series starting on Wednesday for those of you living in the past. I'm going to be creating an EP using only 6 notes. 6 tracks, and each track will use 1 note. And those notes will be E, A, D, G, B, E. Yes, your guitar. So I'm kicking off this series on Wednesday your time, Thursday my time, and I'm using Space Fields by Igor Vasilia. So I'm. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm doing this for my Utensils album. And then following that, the interview this week is with Maffey's Garden. Matt Anderson is coming on the show. So that's going to be really exciting. Guys, I can tell you I have some fantastic interviews coming up over the next 3 weeks after Matt. We have some really cool interviews coming up. And then the middle of April, we'll be releasing Russ's album live on the channel and premiering his new album and all this stuff. So there's lots of really cool stuff happening. I'm sure you're going to really dig it. Now, I can show you too, in relation to this project here, this Space Fields, I've already made the artwork for it, believe it or not. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. EADGBE. That is my EP that I'm going to be releasing. 6 notes, 6 songs, an EP. Can I do it? I think I can. It'll be unique. It'll be something different. So stick around for that on the Le Channel. Let's jump back over to Icab and see if we've had any luck with this being accepted. Are you shitting me? All good. Look at that. Relentless Cruelty. Says here, artwork good. Relentless Cruelty has its marker. It's been signed off by Marcel and Vizzy. And we are done. We're done. Success. Today's episode, we have wrapped up a really, really cool series. I hope you have enjoyed it. Actually writing live, recording and releasing using Loopy Pro, the amazing Loopy Pro, using tools like Lurson's mastering, also using Aurea Pro, a whole bunch of amazing AUs like, Digisticks and Eventide's Black Hole, Tone Stack. There's so many great things we use. Go back and watch the series to see everything that I used. So we use all these fantastic apps, but mostly Loopy Pro to get this happening. And what an incredibly cool app Loopy Pro is. There it is. If you haven't used it, so you can download it for free. It's really you can't really use it, but you pay a once-off fee to own Loopy Pro, and you get unlimited updates for it. And then each year they charge you a little bit more to add some super big changes and stuff. So look, go watch my video on it and check it out. Actually succeeded. And then just to recap, we have successfully 100% uploaded a song to DistroKid using our iPad. Yeah, there it is. It's on the iPad. It was all done on the iPad. So super, super, really exciting. I'm absolutely stoked that has happened. I wonder what DistroKid are going to think about this. I'm going to send this video to DistroKid. We'll see what happens. Hello, Brad. Brad Example. Welcome aboard. All right. Well, that's it, I think. I hope you've all enjoyed the series, had a good time. We're going to finish on time. It's unbelievable. I think Pete has coming up in an hour's time. YML. So YML has moved dates. It's actually on today. So you can go and watch that in an hour's time. Absolutely. What have we got here? I'll bring up some comments here. Not as stoked as me, says Russ. Huge breakthrough for mobile music creation. A year late, though. Yeah, but hey, it's a new year, Russ. So, yeah, look, you do need something extra to do it, obviously. You need this Icab Mobile, but trust me, Icab Mobile is really fantastic because you can do other great things, like if you don't have a computer, say, for example, let's add a new tab here, you can do things like this. I can jump into my YouTube creator thing. Look at that. Here's my YouTube creator panel. Yeah, with all my analytics, playlists, dashboard. Or I can go in and do all of this from my iPad. And you can't do this on Safari. It always pushes to the YouTube app. So it's worthwhile having this Icab Mobile just to do things on a desktop that you normally can't do on your iPad. You know, there's lots of apps that won't allow you to do things, especially YouTube. And if you are uploading videos and you've only got an iPad, absolutely, this is worth your time. So you can do all the stuff that you need to do, answer comments, go to your analytics, all that kind of stuff. It's a fantastic app. And now it's totally worth it because you can upload your music to DistroKid. Boom, shaka lugga 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 lugga. Let's just make sure it's all good one last time. Right, so you'll still see it's got this little yellow dot here. So there you go. You can use a Safari for YouTube Studio. It's a mess around. You've got to kind of trick it into, just don't install a YouTube app. There you go. Well, that's the other way to do it. But there you go. Good stuff. And so it's still yellow up there because the song hasn't been released on this page. But as you see when we click into it, it's all good to go. It's all done. Happy days. And we are waiting for this to be released tomorrow. Shall we go out today by playing the song? Would you like to hear the song in its entirety? I think we'll do it. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I'm so happy that we had success with this. I hope this helps you in your future releases. Thank you to DistroKid, who I love, 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 love. Let's hope we get an app soon. And let's go out and play the song. Remember, guys, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we all shall rise together. And don't forget, click Russ's link of the day. There it is. You never know what it's going to be. It may be a legless runner. Who knows? Alrighty. Have a good one. Let's hit boom. How am I going to do this? All right. We're going to do audio share. Take that back to the start. And let's play it. I'll see you tomorrow for Series 9. Boom.